What's up? My name is Brad and welcome to part 2 of how I made Master Chief. This is where we are right now. This video is sponsored by Rolo, a brand new fun and addictive dice game. What makes this so special is this was actually designed by Ryan Lewis's family. You know Ryan from basically every single one of our Living with Chief episodes. Ryan has been a part of Impact Props since the beginning, and even his father who designed this game was in one of our videos. He played the notorious Pinewood Derby 53 in this video.
The Pinewood Derby 53. Now I heard that guy won the Pinewood Derby in 1953.
Yeah, I think he did win the Pinewood Derby in 1953.
See you on the track.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing.
Something awesome that Rolo is doing for you is if you go down to the link below and put in offer code IMPACT15, you will get 15% off of this game. So thank you, Rolo, for sponsoring this episode. We'll talk more about them at the end of the video. All right, so this is a 3-part series, and if you haven't seen part 1, go see it. In episode 1, we 3D print and finish this Master Chief helmet. Now, in this video, episode 2, we'll be making a mold of that helmet that we made in episode 1, creating a cast, and then finishing a final Master Chief helmet for our armor. So if you're new to this type of thing, the easiest way that I can describe a mold is making an inverse of an item. Essentially, if we wanted to make something that looks like this, we would make something like this, which is the exact inverse of this object. So that's basically what we're gonna be doing today. But before we start that, Eric from Arm Effects, my friend, my buddy, you know him well. With his 3D printer, he helped me create these little high quality 3D printed resin pieces that will help finish off our helmet. So now the plan is to finish these little parts, take off the structural material, apply a little bit of sanding to these resin parts, but all in all, I am very impressed with how these came out. So thanks again, Eric, for your help. Let's get to work. Okay, so before we start slinging silicone, I figured I'd walk you through the materials that we're gonna be using to make this mold. My favorite silicone is Rebound 25. It's good for box molds, it's good for glove molds, which is what we're gonna be making today. It comes out with this nice little orange color. So that's what we're using for the silicone. And then for the jacket, which is the hard shell that holds the silicone together, we're gonna use freeform air. So great stuff, high quality stuff, expensive stuff, but at the end of the day, you get what you pay for with this stuff. When I say sling silicone, I mean paint silicone. This is a very time consuming process. Basically, this is how it's gonna work. This is the 5-gallon kit. In order to mold a helmet, we're probably gonna be using about half of this material. Rebound 25 is a 2-part 1-to-1 mixture. We're gonna do multiple coats. For the first couple layers, slow and steady wins the race. Ease release 200. This is a mold release agent that you spray on your original model. It makes it a lot easier when you're demolding it for the very first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the entire helmet, and then we're gonna start slinging some rubber. we got some problems. I've never seen anything like this happen before, and maybe you have. I've only applied one layer of Rebound 25. This is the print layer to capture all the details. The outside part of this layer feels like it's cured, but these thick spots right here have material that is not cured, as you can see right there. So I know it's not the batch because the remnants, everything that's fallen off of this helmet is cured. So that leads me to believe that there is something on this helmet that is inhibiting the silicone from curing completely. I just got off the phone with a Reynolds specialist. Apparently this kind of crap happens all the time. Tin-based silicones do not like sulfur. Apparently something that happens is these paint companies will tweak their formulas for their paints. I mean, they're never gonna tell you when they change it. The Rust-Oleum enamel must have a new formula that includes sulfur. So that sucks. So my plan is to peel off everything that I can, and then I'll be using a really high percentage isopropyl to scrub the rest of this crap off. But as far as fixing this for the future, because I still need to make a mold, I think I'm gonna try and change my paint. And for those of you at home and for me, here's what I've learned. Always spot check your silicone. And by spot check, I mean mix up a little batch and put it someplace on your helmet, a small place, and see if it'll cure. And if it cures, awesome! Then your paint job is fine and it will work. But if it doesn't cure, then you would have saved yourself this entire process that you're about to see of me taking all of this material off. So I just purchased 3 new paint cans. Krylon, we got a Rust-Oleum gloss enamel, which is the kind of paint that we used previously, and then we have a different type of Rust-Oleum paint. So to prevent myself from coating this helmet with paint that will not go well with Rebound 25, I'm gonna go and do a quick paint test. So I've got 3 test pieces cut, and we're gonna paint each one of these with a different kind of paint. We're gonna paint these cardboard pieces, let it stay for 2 days, try to get it to cure completely, and then we're gonna do a spot test using Rebound 25. If the Rebound cures perfectly on all 3 of these, and that's a good sign. If only one of them works, and then we'll know that and we'll be able to coat accordingly. But if none of them work, I guess we're screwed. So let's make it happen. So thankfully, every one of our test pieces cured. So that means all 3 paints will work with silicone. So now it really just comes down to finish. I think we're gonna go with red. Okay, so now it's time to make our jacket mold. So this jacket mold I'm talking about is the outside eggshell that holds the silicone together when we're casting. And for that, we're gonna be using freeform air. This stuff acts like clay. So the process is I'm gonna be taking 2 equal sized round balls out of part A and part B. I'm gonna mix those together, and then I'm going to apply to half the mold. So this eggshell, we're gonna make in 2 parts. So we're gonna make the first half of this mold, and then we're going to make the second half, and then we should have a fully functioning mold. Okay, so finally we have the mold completely finished. We've demolded the original model and the interior of this mold is perfect. So now we need to cast the helmet that we're gonna be using for the full suit. I've been waiting a long time for this step, so I'm super excited to cast the helmet that will top our Master Chief armor. Okay, so the cast is finished, and honestly, it looks pretty good. There are a couple little pinholes that we're gonna fix up. The flaws are not in the mold, the flaws are in my casting. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Dremel to cut out the visor area and all the flashing around the sides, really clean up this helmet. And then from there, we're gonna start painting. Okay, so that's it for episode 2. We finished this helmet. I'm super excited and super happy with how this helmet turned out. I do want to clarify on something. The visor that was used for this helmet was not created by me. It was created by my friend Justin. He has mastered the art of creating these visors, so incredible craftsman. I'm gonna leave his link in the description too. Big shout out to Rollo for sponsoring this episode. Let's talk a little bit more about them. Rollo is a unique dice game where the objective is to complete the game with the lowest score possible. I played this a couple times with my little brother, and the fact that they've been able to come up with this much fun of a game is frankly incredible. There are actually 2 types of games in this bundle. First, Rollo, which is very simple, and then you have Rollo Challenge, which is the type of game I like to play. So the basic game Rollo, you use 5 different combinations of dice to fill out your score sheet. 3 of a kind, 1s, 2s, 3s, straights, basically any classic combination you can have. But the scoring relies on the number of rolls it takes to get these combinations, which is an incredible twist on classic dice games. Rollo Challenge adds a dice which throws the whole entire game off. Now you're changing combinations of 4 along with the classic combinations that you're used to playing with. This game is extremely competitive, and usually the winner comes down to the last couple rolls. Your decisions really matter in this game, and honestly, you can play however you want and still have fun. So I encourage you to go to the link below and buy this game. If you enter the offer code IMPACT15, you will get an additional 15% off of your order. Plus, if you buy in the next 5 days and use this coupon code, you will have a chance of receiving one of 3 copies that will be signed by your boy Chief. So thank you again to Rollo for sponsoring this video. An incredible game, and I really encourage you guys to check this out. So thank you for watching episode 2. In episode 3, we're going to be creating a Master Chief armor from bottom to top from scratch using EVA foam. I am super excited to get back into it and bring you along with me. So thanks again for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.